In Genesis chapter 18, YeHoVaH appeared to Abraham by the terebinths of Mamre as he sat in the entrance of his tent in the heat of the day. Abraham lifted his eyes and saw 3 men standing near him. He ran to meet them and bowed himself to the ground. He welcomed them with hospitality, saying, "My Lord, if now I have found favor in your sight, do not pass your servant by." Abraham offered water to wash their feet and bread to refresh their hearts. He asked Sarah to make cakes, and he went and prepared a calf to eat. Sarah prepared cakes, and Abraham served curds, milk, and a tender calf, and stood by them as the men ate under a tree.
While beneath the tree, one of the visitors said to Abraham, "Where is Sarah your wife?" Abraham told him she was in the tent behind them. The visitor then said, "I will certainly return to you at this time next year, in this season, and Sarah your wife shall have a son."
Sarah heard this from the tent. Sarah and Abraham were both old. Sarah was well beyond childbearing age. Sarah laughed to herself, thinking, "After I am old and worn out, am I to have the pleasure of a child with Abraham my husband?"
YeHoVaH then said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Will I really have a child now that I am old?' Is anything too hard for YeHoVaH? At the set time I will return to you when the season comes around, and Sarah shall have a son." Then Sarah denied laughing, as she was afraid. And YeHoVaH said, "You did laugh." The men rose then and looked towards Sodom. Abraham walked with them as they went on their way towards Sodom.
As they stood looking towards Sodom, YeHoVaH said,
"Shall I hide from Abraham that which I am doing?"
YeHoVaH, knowing that Abraham would be a great nation, and the world would be blessed through Abraham teaching all to walk in YeHoVaH's ways of righteousness and justice, so that all promised to Abraham will come about, said to Abraham, said to Abraham.
Indeed, the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and truly their sin is exceeding grievous. YeHoVaH is going to see whether they have acted wickedly beyond redemption, and see what must be done.
And the men left and went towards Sodom, but Abraham stood before YeHoVaH. And Abraham drew near and said,
"Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked? Perhaps there are 50 righteous within the city. Will you sweep away and not forgive the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? You would certainly not slay the righteous with the wicked, so the righteous should be thought of as the wicked. That is not what you do. You, the judge of all the earth, do justly.
If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will forgive all the place for their sake."
Behold now, I have taken upon myself to speak unto YeHoVaH, I who am but dust and ashes.
Abraham continued talking with YeHoVaH, reducing the number of righteous.
Oh, let not YeHoVaH be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Perhaps 10 shall be found there.
"I will not destroy it for the 10's sake."
Then YeHoVaH went his way, as soon as he had left off speaking to Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. In Genesis chapter 19, 2 angels came to Sodom in the evening. Lot was sitting at the gate of the city. When he saw them, he rose to meet them and bowed himself to the ground. He urged them to stay in his house and prepared a feast for them. But before they could lie down, the men of Sodom surrounded the house. They demanded that the visitors be brought out to them. The wickedness of the city was great before YeHoVaH. The angels struck the men with blindness and warned Lot that the city would soon be destroyed. They urged him to gather his family and flee.
At dawn the angel said, "Arise, take your wife and your 2 daughters, lest you be consumed in the punishment of the city."
Lot lingered, but the angels took hold of his hand and led them out of the city.
They were told, "Escape for your life. Do not look back."
As the sun rose upon the earth, YeHoVaH rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah sulfur and fire from heaven. The cities of the plain were destroyed. Lot's wife looked back and became a pillar of salt. Abraham rose early in the morning and looked toward the land of Sodom. He saw smoke rising from the land like the smoke of a furnace. Yet YeHoVaH remembered Abraham and delivered Lot from the destruction. The judgment of Sodom was a warning to the nations, but the mercy shown to Abraham and Lot reveals the righteousness and justice of YeHoVaH. This is the living word. Trust YeHoVaH and know his word, read your Bible. Walk in his way.